interface is absolutely out of the world. We have never experienced anything like this.
One line mission statement I would say, if you wanted to make the smartest HR platform on earth. Smart means three things: easy to use, cost effective, intelligent.
The degree of customization which has been available to us in uKnowva was not available in any other system, including some of the very big ones.
Good afternoon everyone. Thanks for joining in today. I am Vicky Jain, founder and CEO at uKnowva HRMS, and I have Mr. Kinjal Choudhary, who is the Global President HR for Cadila Pharmaceuticals. And we have recently implemented uKnowva at Cadila. It was a go-live event today, and I'm just here to have a very simple chat to know the overall experience about implementing uKnowva. So, Kinjal sir, thanks a lot for giving us time for this. I have a few questions. I'd like to start with the first one, and I would like to know, how was your overall experience, reflecting the overall journey so far? How would you describe the overall transition, and what has been the experience so far implementing uKnowva?
So thank you so much for having me here for the chat, Vicky. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be here. I must say that it is an extremely user-friendly system. We have been at it for the last 2.5 months now during the implementation phase, and the user interface is absolutely out of the world. It's absolutely fabulous, and all my colleagues, including the ones who have just tried right now, and they have given me feedback right now on my email that this is the best HRMS system that we have ever had. And these are people who have been in the company for many years. They have seen earlier versions of HRMS that have been implemented, and they've said that this is completely out of the world. We have never experienced anything like this. So this is the initial and immediate feedback that we have got. Our own experience in the last 2.5 months has been very good on 3 counts. One, I think the customer centricity of uKnowva is extremely high. I have seen customer centricity of other organizations, and very good organizations at that. But I must say that uKnowva, the way the entire organization is centered around the customer, the way you go about ensuring that you meet the needs of the customer is absolutely fabulous. I'm absolutely thrilled with the experience of the last 2.5 months that I have had working with your team, and my entire team has had, by the way. So when I'm speaking about the entire team who has worked with your implementation team, and not one instance in the last 2.5 months that we have had which we can say that this could have happened better. I mean, whatever our needs are, whether it is immediately possible or it needs a customization, your team has made the effort to understand our requirement, to actually walk on this side of the table and therefore make it so that it meets our requirement. So I think that they have been very courteous, extremely responsive, and so it's been a fabulous experience all through.
Great. I'm so glad to hear.
There is no training required, there is no hand-holding required. One can just log into the system and start using the way one uses a Facebook or Instagram. It's something like that. You don't need any particular training. Just like nobody gets trained on Facebook, Instagram or LinkedIn, you start using it as you log in. It's exactly in that same manner. So I think that's the biggest differentiator and we have used many systems in the past. Some of them have been of multinational organizations implemented globally for years. But yet I will say that this is an absolute foolproof system. Therefore, I am confident that this system will be used very widely, and hence that is where the success of a system lies.
Right.
As long as it gets used by all the employees.
Yeah. And honestly, this has been our philosophy. We started uKnowva with the ultimate one-line mission statement. I would say, if you wanted to make the smartest HR platform on earth. Smart means 3 things: easy to use, cost effective, intelligent. It can, and as you said, I'm glad that we are going towards that path, and the customer appreciating that fact that means we did it.
Whole philosophy is to move into an era of manager self-service and employee self-service. And the more user-friendly the system is, the easier it is to make the transition.
Yeah.
It should not be something where the employee has to come to HR for every small thing. So the transactional part The entire transactional part, if employees can do it on themselves, and if the managers can do it, what they have to do for their teams themselves, then the need for HR is much less in order to get into the transactional part, and HR can therefore focus on the transformational part.
Right.
The idea is not to reduce the HR size or anything like that. We keep as it is, we don't want to make any changes. What we want to do is HR has to focus on the transformational part. There is a lot of transformation agenda going on in the organization, and HR has to be a true business partner in the transformation agenda rather than getting sucked into the transactional part. And a system like uKnowva that we have implemented, I am very confident, and we all are very confident that this will take away the entire transactional part from us and therefore free our time for the transformational agenda that we need to focus on.
Perfect. And we also take this as our mission statement.
It's very customizable. Many of the off-the-shelf systems that are there, big names in the market that are there, the customization element is only 5 to 10%. What we saw in the last 3 months, 2.5, 3 months that we have been working with uKnowva team is because every organization's needs are very different, and you can't have a one-size-fits-all for this thing. Particularly, HR policies are different. Within the organization, there are differences. So the extent to which the system can be customized makes a lot of difference. And if you ask me one single thing, the degree of customization which has been available to us in uKnowva was not available in any other systems, including some of the very big names. We are planning an entire employee experience, and we do not want it to be a mandated employee experience that we are doing an activity, come and participate. The biggest thing that we have is the intranet that has been put in place. It's exactly like a Facebook. We have all gone through it. It's exactly like a Facebook. I can wish somebody, I can post my achievements, I can get kudos from others on what I have done, I can be wished on my birthday, I can wish others. So it's identical to a Facebook, and to log on to a Facebook and to engage in a Facebook or an Instagram, one doesn't have to be pushed to it. So the engagement that is there, as Gallup says, that people are engaged when they have a best friend at work. Now, what this platform enables us to do is it creates a platform where people can engage with others without a mandate. So I can engage with a person X, I can engage with a person Y who may not physically be sitting next to me. Secondly, what I will say is from a company's perspective, we till very recently, or till we have implemented this, we have a system of putting everything on email. So any awards, any kind of achievements that the company gets, we have to put it on emails. Any announcements, we have to put it on email. Now, by putting it on a digital platform, by using the DigiCad or the uKnowva system that we have put in place, we can put all of them digitally, where people can just log into the system and see what the company has done, what it has achieved, what are the plans of the company.
We will make every possible effort to ensure this happens. And in fact, I'd just like to add, the system will also help you not only broadcast information, but also get an insight about what is the sentiment behind it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are people liking it?
Absolutely.
That's
so even the polls and all, the surveys and all.
Yeah, the feedback loop.
Yeah, the feedback loop. So we don't have to, send a separate Google form or do a separate survey. It's all a part of this. We can send one question, we can send 100 questions, and we get a feedback. And we get a continual feedback. So it's not a survey once in 3 months. I can post one question a day and get a feedback on one question a day. So I can know exactly the pulse of the employee, as you are saying, almost on a real-time basis.
Right.
A manager self-service, employee self-service kind of a culture, people get used to the digital way of working. As I think you were mentioning a little while ago, that COVID kind of ensured that people are forced to move into a digital era, which for many years people tried, but it was not moving. But in COVID, just a few months, the entire world transformed into it. I think this is something like that which actually people start experiencing. The shift in mindset, I think that will be the biggest catalyst for this, which will drive the entire digitalization process forward, whether it is supply chain, whether it is finance, whether it is any other area.
Great. My best wishes for
Thank you,
that.
So So certain things that we have to really put forward is the succession planning, career planning, which is there, I know in some form, but that is something which we need to take it forward in a big way. L&D in a much more this thing manner, where we can have probably L&D programs being built into it. So those are some of the areas, so that the entire employee experience, from even before the employee joins and all the way after the employee exits, everything is so digitalized that there is no interaction with any human also. It's completely the candidate and till the ex-employee can just interact with the system, the uKnowva system, or the DigiCad as we are calling it, and they have a complete holistic experience in whatever they require. So that will be in a nutshell what the experience or what the expectation will be.
Sure, and we'll make every possible effort to live up to that expectation.
I am very sure from our experience in the last 3 months, I don't have an iota of doubt that your team and you will do everything to meet the customer expectations and exceed it beyond.